More evacuated in Mandela Bay's low-lying areas, and those against false labeling of Palestinian products call to use government debate. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. More people are being evacuated in the Nelson Mandela Bay's low-lying areas due to rising water levels and persisting rain. Municipal spokesperson Cupido Barron says they've also closed more roads, as well as Riverstone Road Bridge in Sherwood as a result of flooding. The municipality's Joint Operations Centre continues to give aid to those who have been evacuated. He says residents refusing to do so will not get any aid. Olwe Tusota reports.
About 119 people from Salt Lake in Port Elizabeth have been evacuated to the Nazareth Church, while 75 people have been accommodated at the Nelson Mandela Metro University's Missionville campus. Most affected areas also include Woma, Kleinskool, Nooitgedacht, Keuga and Motherwell. The municipality has distributed mattresses and blankets to those who need aid. About 100% rainfall is still expected along the coast overnight. Residents that need assistance can call 0800 205050 or 041 585 1555 for serious cases. Olu Tusota, SABC News in Port Elizabeth.
Deputy Minister of International Relations Marius Fransman has called on South Africans who are against the false labelling of Palestinian products as if they were produced by Israel to make use of the current government debate. Fransman was addressing the media following a meeting with the Muslim community and various stakeholders at Athlone about South Africa's current position on Palestinian-Israeli issues. He says people should use government's framework to engage on the matter.
It is open now for discussion. People must be able to use the Gazette and the framework of engagement for public comment. They must be able to put their positions forward. I think from where we are standing that we think it is the right thing to do. We can't have a situation where a consumer don't know where the product comes from and where it originates. And that consumer must have a conscience to decide, do I want to buy or don't I want to buy? So yes, we've even seen letters coming to us in a very threatening way around this particular matter. We are saying, please send those letters for public comment in the public comment process, and we will apply our minds accordingly.
A lawyer representing the families of the dead and injured farm workers in yesterday's truck and train accident says the farmer didn't own the truck but had outsourced it to transport his workers. 25 people were killed and around 20 injured in the collision at a level crossing near Hector Spruit in Mpumalanga. Lawyer Vusi Mboweni says reports indicate that the official driver was off sick and that he then delegated another driver. The driver was arrested after being released from hospital. He'll appear in court on Monday on 25 murder charges. Mboweni gives his views of the case so far.
Obviously, the driver was grossly negligent because he was crossing over a level crossing when it was not suitable to do so. Therefore, the victims as well as the members of the families of the victims are entitled to a claim against the Road Accident Fund. According to the information that we've gathered at this stage, that the driver does have a permit to drive as well as a valid driver's license, as well as the papers. Also the truck, according to our information, is that it was also allowed to carry people for those purposes.
And 2 South African men have successfully climbed Africa's highest peak, Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, on what was dubbed the extreme walk for former President Nelson Mandela. The 2 undertook the challenge to raise about 67,000 sanitary towels for young girls from impoverished communities throughout the country, in line with the 67 Minutes for Mandela Day campaign. Sibusiso Vilani, the first black African man to complete the 3 poles challenge comprising the North and South Poles and Mount Everest. Richard Mabasa is the founder of Imbumba Foundation. Mabasa says that they'll distribute the sanitary towels to over 1,000 poor girls and teenagers across the country from next week, which includes Mandela Day, Madiba's birthday on the 18th of July.
I just got back from a very intensive 7-day climb of Mount Kilimanjaro, which was really, really a blessing for me to get an opportunity to do it for Tata Mandela. We're doing it to raise 67,000 packets of sanitary pads for poor girls who cannot support themselves. We're hoping that through this initiative, we will help these girls not only access sanitary pads, but also support themselves throughout their education, so throughout the year, so they will be able to attend school instead of staying away from school.